Okay, welcome everybody. Today is, wow, it's the day after the last day of the quarter. It is September the 16th, 2018. And I'm going to tell you what, we have been doing this Boss Babe since January. And I have personally in my unit and with everybody else on here have seen the star consultants, not only the number go up, but where y'all are. I have more emerald stars than I have had in a long time, possibly ever. I don't know. I mean, and a lot of you guys that are always sapphires, man, you hit ruby, you hit diamond, you hit emerald, you're hitting pearl. And so you're getting those better prices. So I'm just so proud of you. And so we're going to do shout outs to every single one of you that are on here who were a star consultant. Star. I did not do star. I wanted to do star, but somehow I did not do a star. You know what? It's okay. It's over. All right. It's over. We're going to still celebrate the stars at our star parties, and they're going to get to pick their prizes. But if you were not a star, today is day one of the new star quarter. So guess what? I figured it out for you guys. Do you know that if you only sell $40, just $40 a day, you could be a star consultant. And not only be a star, you will profit $1,800. So you'll be a sapphire star consultant and order $1,800 and you will profit $1,800. So that's a pretty good deal, don't y'all think? Just $40 a day? I bet y'all thought it was more than that. And so $40 a day is not that much product. You're talking about, what is that? A lipstick is $18. You sell 2 lipsticks and then one little something and you about have it. So I want y'all to really think about that. You may want to do you a chart and put 90 little stars on there, and every star is 90 days. It's $40. And as you sell, start coloring your little stars in. I mean, honestly, there's no reason why every single person that's listening to me that's either on live or playback cannot be a star this upcoming quarter. And so I want to share my screen with you for a minute, and I want to show you the star prizes for this next quarter. I'm excited about them. It's kind of funny because I've been a star consultant. This last quarter was 116 times, you guys. That's a lot of star prizes. And so I'll be honest with you, most of the time, I have bigger goals than star. I know I'm going to be whatever I end up winning, I'll just pick something, right? But this time, top prize, the $9,600 or 9,600 points, the hair dryer, and it's a $400 hair dryer. See, my hair is going to be looking so much better. And so I have been wanting that hair dryer for a long time, and I saw it on there. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to win that hair dryer. And I have not done 9,600 points in a long time. And so, but you know what? I hit it. In fact, we went over it. And so I am getting me that hair dryer. And I'm telling you, it did make me work harder because I thought about that goal. And that I really wanted the hair dryer. And when I got up to the 6,000, I'm like, okay, I got to get some recruits. Every new team member that you have that does a 600, that bumps you up 600 points. So, I mean, that's the way to do 1,800 points from recruiting. So that helped me hit that goal. So if you want bigger prizes, not only do you want to be a star, but you want to recruit so that you can get a bigger prize. Okay. So I want to show you some of the prizes for this quarter. I'm sure you've probably seen them, but let's just look at them real quick. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So these are the prizes for the quarter. If you're calling in, you can't see them. I realize that. But I'm gonna move this over here. Well, I guess I'll just leave it right there. Okay, so on the bottom, you'll see the sapphire and the ruby. So I'll just read them to you just in case you're just calling in and you can't see them. There's a MK Connection voucher. There's this really cute camo cosmetic bag, a Rebecca Minkoff. There is a Swarovski Bluetooth speaker. I mean, like if you're getting a Bluetooth speaker, don't you need some RJ Graziano necklace and earring set, which is the same people that do our keys and that did our bracelet. It's really pretty. Then a step up on the ruby, you got the Cuisinart. I'm sure That's how I say it. Anyway, the hand blender with a chopper. You've got luggage, a piece of beautiful diamond-looking carry-on luggage that's pink, and then a mirrored oblong vase or a super certificate or MK Connections voucher. Then stepping up to diamond, Nicole Miller is the one that did a watch specially made for Mary Kay that has a bumblebee in the middle and it says Mary Kay and Nicole Miller above it. I may have to have that and some other things, okay? Then there's the whole home theater system with Bluetooth. And, of course, MK Connections is on every single one. On the a beautiful jewelry box, there's a Rebecca Minkoff glitter envelope clutch, career conference registration. I've taken that a lot. On the $4,800 point level, that's emerald. And there is a North Face, a beautiful vest, North Face thermoball. Okay, you guys, that. Here we go. We're back. I don't think that we are. Let me check something. We got a few of that. Okay, let's see if I can mute everybody. I don't know why the video didn't do it, you guys. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think I'm sharing the screen anymore, but there's I'll just tell you about them. On the Pearl, there's a beautiful set of luggage. It is gorgeous, and it's Samsonite. It's really nice. I think that's one of the things I want. There is a fireplace. There's an electric fireplace that you can get. In addition to that, that's on the 6,000. And then on the, let me just go down here, on the 7,800, there's an espresso machine, an actual Dell laptop computer. You're a free director suit if you're a director. And then on the top one is this beautiful shag rug, and it's something that Brad and I have been wanting to get, and we haven't done it, and so I may have to do that, or a TV, and so, or $350, voucher, which is pretty awesome too. So anyway, lots of awesome prizes that you guys can win, and I want all of you to win, every single one of you. And so set your goal to be a star consultant this next quarter, and congratulations on all the stars that have already been a star. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't unmute my girl here. Okay, unmute. For some reason, Brad's computer just did not let me do right. Hang on just a minute. So Pam Wagner is who I'm trying to get on here. And
I can hear you.
I believe you can? Okay, perfect. So she called in. So Pam, let me just tell you a little bit about Pam. Pam is one of my perfect team members. Signed up a couple of years ago. And Pam, you can tell them how long you've been in. But Pam went to the sales meeting, and I'm going to let her tell you what she was doing before and what happened this week. So Pam, I'm just going to let you take away, and I think the points that you made were just awesome. So why don't you go ahead and share it with us? And she's not on video, so you just guys will have to just look at me while Pam talks. So go ahead, Pam.
Okay, y'all. Hey, everyone. It's just been an incredible weekend and start of the week. And so I just wanted to share, up until the time I went to Janet's meeting Tuesday night, my business has been kind of slow. It seems like the things have been up and down, up and down. I was in a car wreck in June, so my body's kind of out of whack still. I've not been feeling good and just in a slump. And Janet sent me a message on Tuesday, and I was headed to a hospice patient's house that I stayed there for 4 or 5 hours. And I told her, okay, I'll try to be there. Well, in my spirit, the Lord just said, you got to go. So I got there just a few minutes late. And as everybody's getting their snacks, Janet asked everybody to write down what goals do you want to accomplish in the next 2 weeks and in the month of September. and asked us to come up front in a few minutes, and we were going to go up front and talk to them. So we were called to the front, and here's what I wanted for my goal just for the next couple of weeks and for this month of September, is I wanted to be back in red. I needed to activate my third girl, and I also want to move up to team leader by the end of September, and also to be determined to do at least a minimum of 600 a month from here on out, because I haven't been doing that, and I just felt like that's what the number God said to start with, and then I could move up higher. And then Janet asked, after we did that, Janet asked everyone who wants to be in red or higher to come back up front. So I did not know what was about to happen, but she said, I want you to identify areas keeping you from those goals. And I knew exactly right then it was pruning time. And so, I mean, I was tearing up. I was about to break. And so for me, I'm in the ministry. And so I have been really battling. Am I supposed to be in Mary Kay? Am I supposed to be doing this over here? Am I supposed to be doing this back and forth, like the toss of the wave? And I was just struggling, because when things were not going right, I was thinking, well, maybe that's just God shutting the door. Well, really, that's what the enemy was trying to make me think. And so then the next one was fear of rejection. I've been rejected since a child, and so anytime a door was shut, like someone didn't book or someone didn't buy or someone said no to me, it shut me down completely. And I really struggled trying to come back out of that. So anyways, Janet and Salo, while we're standing there, we had the mic in our hand, and we were like on spot. After we told our fears or whatever we were, what was keeping us from our goals, I mean, the room's full of people. They had to bring correction to us. They gave us advice and then encouragement after identifying those areas. And this is what some of the things I want you to hear. It's not always easy, but necessary for the pruning in order for growth. And so I was appreciated for their forwardness. I didn't like standing up there. I didn't like being corrected, but it was a game changer in what happened and what took place for the next few days. And so at the end of the meeting, Janet asked who want their group's doing a competition with captains and teams. And of course, I'm a ball player, so I wanted to be a captain. And even though I'm an adoptee, I wanted to take part of it. So I said I'd be a captain. And so your team is based, your competition is based on production, the cancer care package fundraiser, and team growth. Okay, so then she closed the meeting with this statement that really spoke volumes to me. She said, if you were meeting Mary Kay next week, what would you say to her about your business? And my mouth just flew wide open, because for me, that was the game changer again. It said, because I thought total embarrassment and zero productivity. That's what I'd have to say to her. And I didn't want to ever have to say that to someone, ever. So, and then, so when I went to bed that night, I thought, okay, I'm not doing this, because I don't want to stand before Cleta or anybody else and say I've done nothing. And so because I'm a leader, I know God's designed me to be a leader, and I'm doing nothing, and I need to step up the game or be a game changer. So when I woke up Wednesday morning, I changed my routine. My daughter now has to be at work by 6:45 in the morning. So I'm getting up at 6, I'm showering, I take my daughter to work by 6:40. I come back, I start my household chores, then I sit down and do my devotion. And this, what the Lord told me to do. I want you, and this is something Sayla told me to do, and Janet. She said, you're in the ministry, and you don't know what fear is? And that really spoke volumes to me, because I do know what fear is, but I wasn't ready to tackle it. So I got out my Bible, I got on my app, and I was trying to find everything that had to do with fear. And so everything, I listened to sermons and everything. And then this is what God was telling me. God moves on our behalf when we focus on Him instead of our fears. And the feeling of fear or fearful thoughts is simply our enemy, Satan, trying to distract us from God and His will for our lives. We may feel fear at various times, or we can choose to trust God. And if we need to, do it afraid. Those 3 words, do it afraid, sat in my mind. So then another thing came to me through the Bible study is God told Joshua to fear not. And He was actually warning him that fear would try to stop him. But instead of letting fear control him, he was encouraged to be as strong and full of courage and keep going forward. Okay, so God says He's given us the spirit of He's not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. God told me right then, quit going back and forth in your head. I've called you to do it. Now do it. Okay, so then when I finished my devotion on fear and those 3 words that resonated in my mind, do it afraid, I sat right here and said, God, you know I don't like to be on the phone talking to people. That's one of my fear factors. But I began to text and call every customer, every business owner that I know, in town and out of town. I called my ex-husband, who's got a huge company in Winter Haven. And I asked him, would you sponsor a cancer patient? I told him what the fundraiser I was doing. And then I called my girl and I said, listen here, I can't move forward until you put your order in. For me to say that to my friend, I had to step over the boundary and said, I can't move until you move. And she did. She said, Pam, I'll be at your house the next morning and we'll put the order in. So I was able to confirm that she was coming. Then Janet asked us to work our business on purpose.
I don't
so
know
with that,
but I can't the last thing you said.
Okay. Did you hear me about my about calling the people? Did you hear that?
Hang on just a minute. Jana, raise your hand if that was jarbled to you. Can you hear her perfectly? Jana? I'm muting myself out.
I can hear her great.
Hey, you guys, can you hear me?
You're in and out.
Anybody? Rosemary? Oh, my gosh.
You're on
Okay, hang on a second, Pam.
What?
Okay, you guys. Pam, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're going in and out just a little bit. Uh-huh. I can hear you now.
Okay, Pam, if you can hear me, keep talking.
Okay, so I'll just, so then Janet asked us to work our business on purpose. And so for me, that purpose was first to see God move and answer for everything that I was writing down about how I wanted to move forward in my business. And then second, if I were meeting Mary Kay or if I had a meeting with you, Cleta, next week, what would I say to you about my business? And so tonight, I can honestly say I have sold 20 cancer care packages, which yielded $800 in less than 3 days. And then I surpassed my goal of 600 that I had set for myself. And for the whole month, I did it in like 3 days. And so God bless there. And so then my newest team member put her order in. So I've met 4 of my goals. And then, you know, as a captain, I want to be a winner. So this is what I felt like the Lord was saying. Okay, if you're on the call, identify your stronghold and what's keeping you from it. What's keeping you from your goal? You got to identify that and move past it and do what it takes to get past whatever is bothering you to keep you from your goals. Number 2, work on your purpose and know your game plan. 3, be ready to give an account. 4, change your routine. And if it's not working for you, change it. I had to change mine. And then 5, be a leader who wants to win. And so the last thing, Cleta, can you hear me? Cleta?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the last thing, as I was sitting here and then I was thinking about our unit and about myself, you know, if 10 ladies would commit to selling 20 care packages on top of, I mean, this is just the care packages for the fundraiser, that would yield $8,000 in a weekend just for our unit. Think about if you did $800 a weekend just for the fundraiser for 4 weeks, that's $32,000 in retail. Just in a month, if you did $800 a week, that's a lot of money. And so not only you're blessing somebody, but you're building your business. And so, so God just said, you know, just move past all these things that seem to be stumbling blocks and just go for it. So I've just kind of jumped out of my comfort zone. And I'm asking people, I mean, business people, hey, do you mind doing this? And then, so now that I feel like God has really allowed me to go out of my comfort zone with this, now I can sit down and work in areas of asking to do parties and facials and things like that seem to be fearful to me when I'm talking to people. So.
I love it. You know, there's a couple other things I want to say about this, but I know everybody probably is already thinking, what's in the care package? So go ahead and tell them exactly what's in the care package.
Okay. So Janet made this flyer up. It's a care package that helps a patient battling cancer, and when they go through chemo, so it just is a pampering package. So inside of it is a hydration lotion, a fragrance-free hand cream, and satin lips balm. You know, because when they go through cancer treatments, their lips get dry, their hands or the body's dry or whatever. So for $40, you're just wrapping up this gift, and it's a $40 donation for that gift. And we're going to be able to take them, you know, to the 2 cancer centers. We've had people here in Tifton say, if I donate to you, I want you to take it over here to this cancer center where I've got family at. I'd like them to be blessed with a care package. So it's just a motivation for me to just want to love on people who are going through cancer. My dad died of cancer. So everybody that I spoke to had someone affected by cancer, and they were willing. Some business people said, I'll do 3 patients. So they're willing to do it. I mean, I didn't hardly have few no's at all. So it was great.
First of all, let me just say that I am so proud of you. The thing about it is you go from 1 week of doing 0 to the next week of switching just like on a dime. She's like, okay. And it took her a little bit to go through all this, but she switched it all around and hit an $800 week. And that's how fast your business can change in Mary Kay. It does not take months and months and months and years and years and years. It took a Monday night. Now, had she not gone Monday night or Tuesday night, whichever day it was, I think it was Tuesday night, had she says, you know what, I just can't, I got to go work I can't make it. Guess what? Her week probably would have been 0 last week. So sometimes you're like, I don't even know if I want to go to that meeting. I hadn't done jack. I just, it's embarrassing. Something about it. Sometimes you may get that one thing. She didn't know what Janet was going to be talking about. And so she went and it's changed her whole attitude. And when you change that attitude and everything else that goes with it and get your mind right, and then you can blow it out because people will say yes to you. They will. They will buy products. They will say yes. They will book and they will recruit. But I know a lot of times we feel like it's not happening and it's not happening fast enough for us. And so that's when we quit. Just like she said, she got discouraged and she started thinking that as a sign that God didn't want her to do this. But you know what? If in the beginning you felt like you were nudged to do this and that you're a leader, that's what you're supposed to do, that's just the devil trying to tell you you're not supposed to do it, right? I mean, why is God going to change his mind now? Like if he thought you should have done it before, why is he going to say, no, you don't need to do that anymore? That's bad. It's a good thing. I mean, Sarah and I were talking about that the other night, and she was like, why would God tell you to do something? This is a good business. It's got good morals. You know what I'm saying? And we honor God when we succeed. Why wouldn't he want you to do this, right? And I'm not saying it's not for everybody, but if you were ever laid on your heart that you should do it, then you need to do it, right? And don't use that as an excuse. So I'm just proud of her for just being raw and truthful and just telling it like it is. And we've all been there. We have all been through times where we just feel like it's not working and that we're just should do something different, right? And so thank you for sharing so much. I really appreciate you, Pam. I know that a lot of the gals on here have felt the same way. And I know that I'm going to see this continue. And one of the things that we have to remember is when we make changes that we got to be ready for Satan to throw something at you, especially if you've had some success. We're giving God the glory, and you guys that are believers, y'all know he don't like that. And so little things are going to come in, and I've had to deal with those this weekend. And I had a little something happening, and I'm like, nope, the devil is not going to steal my joy. He's not going to do it. And then I would say, I work for a 55-year-old company that is in 40 countries. We're top 5 globally. Our unit is number 10 in all America. Devil, get away from me. Devil, get away. And you know what? Because he comes at you in little things. I had someone text me a nasty text message and telling me not text again. I guess I had the wrong number. I mean, but you don't have to cuss me out 2 or 3 times. I'm like, dude, or lady, whoever it was, and I'm just like, seriously? And then it's 2 or 3 things like that in a row. someone else having a guest event, in my town, another company, and I'm like, anyway, it's just stuff not even worth talking about. And I thought, you know what, you stand strong, you keep the course, don't look to the right, don't look to the left, work your business, and everything's going to be okay, because there's always going to be distractions and things that it's not from the Lord, it's from the devil when it starts happening. But, we are human and it does get us. And so I was telling a friend of mine, I said, you know what, I'm going to talk about this maybe just a little bit longer and then I'll be done. I said, I may have to talk about it just a tad longer, then I'll be over it. And I'm over it now. So anyway, thank you for sharing, Pam. I just love you and I appreciate you. You have always been a leader in my unit. Even when things weren't going good, I knew that you would come back, because I just see you as a sales director, and not just a sales director, like a national sales director, because you're a leader of leaders. And so this is your time, and I thank you for sharing with everybody. And you're just a natural speaker as well, so you did a fantastic job. So thank you so much. Ladies, what I'm going to do is we're going to do shout outs to the stars now. Yes, you're welcome. You're so welcome too. Okay, shout out to the stars. I'll just go ahead and start. And so for my unit, I am so excited. Here are the Emerald Stars out of my unit. Catherine Scott, Linda Wingett, Sayla Love, Joanna Griffin, Elizabeth Mitchell, and one of my adoptees, Colette Howard. And then Diamond Star Consultants, Linda Roof, Ruby Stars, Betty Daly, and Sandra Buzz. Sapphire Stars, Sayla Prain, Sandra Griffin, Pauline Clear, Renee Longstreet, and one of my A-team, Rachel Benefield. And then also in Lorie's unit, Sapphire Star, Sharon Nichols. So I'm so proud of all you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to, I'm just going to do it in, let me just change this for just a second so see everybody. Okay, I'm going to unmute Rosemary. I'm going to unmute you first, if I can. Unmute. Bless it, they won't let me unmute. I'll unmute everybody. There we go. So hey, if you're not you can mute. Maybe I'll have to do it. Hang on. Okay, ladies, if you are not just mute your phone. You can do it. Okay, if you're not a director, just mute your phone. That'd be great. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and start. Rosemary, can you go first?
I am really excited. This quarter, can you hear me, Cleta?
Hang on just a second, Rosemary.
And you call.
Let me see. You guys like shitty today. Hang on, I think I'm getting a muted now. One by one.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, everybody loves to talk. It's okay. We love everybody. I don't see how you can talk and listen at the same time. That is a wonder. Okay, ladies. Okay, Rosemary, I don't see you anymore, but we will let you go ahead and start.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm super excited. Quarter, Ruby, I had Dolores Ballenwater. And for Sapphire, I had Diana Burt, Vera Guerre, and Chris. And I was an Emerald this time. So, this was Vera's first time being a star, so we're
gave me Peyton passed these last year.
There's a Ashley Abel and Lauren's iPad. Those two are the to mute. Maybe they will. All right, I'm just going to mute everybody. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I've muted everybody. So I'm going to ask Jana to unmute yourself. Well, in fact, let's start over, and I'm going to let Rosemary, do you know how to unmute yourself?
Am I unmuted now?
Yes. Can you just do that again so we can give these girls the proper respect? Thank you. And I'm sorry, you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am really excited because we had 4 stars, 5 including me. And for Ruby, I had Dolores Vollenweider. And for Sapphire, I had Diana Birch, Vera Gare, and Trista Pickard. And this was Vera's first time being a star. So super proud of all my ladies. And anyway, and I was an Emerald Star this time. So our star numbers are coming up, and I'm really happy about that. And that's it.
Proud of you. Okay. All right, Dana, you can unmute yourself and go next.
Good job, Rosie. And by the way, I'd like to mention that Pam was amazing. I thought that Pam sounds like a sales director to me. I'm just saying, she is fantastic training. I'm going to go back and listen to her again. Okay, so we have 2-star consultants. Joyce Tenike was a Sapphire Star, and Janice Strunk was Ruby Star.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. Okay. Let's go with Latrice Mahalik. Can you unmute yourself and give us your stars?
Am I unmuted?
Can you hear you?
Emma?
Yep.
Okay. Congratulations. I'm so excited for everybody. Whitney Dinkins was a Pearl Star consultant this quarter. Charlotte Yelverton, a Diamond Star. Melissa Johnson was a Ruby Star. Stephanie Clay, Sapphire Star. Marianne Cooper, Sapphire Star. Olivia Fushi, Sapphire Star. Allie Scott, Sapphire Star. Leanne Sutherland Stewart, a Sapphire Star. And my 2A team, Catherine Thompson and Demetria Stokes, Sapphire Stars. We had 9 this quarter, and I was a Pearl.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm telling you, that's Cadillac. You know that.
Oh, girl, I'm so excited.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. Stephanie, Tamara, you want to unmute yourself and chat for a minute?
Sure thing. I am excited to say that Carmen, this is her 7th star. She was a Pearl. Lynn, this is her 15th star as a Sapphire. And Gabby, this is her 2nd star. She's Sapphire, and she needed 1,200 even as of Thursday and ended up with 1,500 last night.
Wow. That's not giving up, isn't it?
You're right. And then I was an Emerald.
Okay, that's perfect. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, let me look down here and let me find Miss Valerie. The ones that call in. Hang on just one moment. Okay, Valerie, it's my 661. Let me find you, Val. There you are. Okay, Valerie, you're unmuted if you want to share your stars.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
I have Melissa Holiday as a Ruby Star, and I was an Emerald Star.
Okay, awesome. And I know you got a couple more that are trying to make it happen by the end of the month, and I know they can do it. I know they can do it.
Yes, they can.
Right?
Yes, they can. Yep.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And let's see if my girl Lindy is. Lindy's like, you should know my number by now. Okay, it's my 906. Let me see if there's a 906 on here. Okay, I don't see Lindy on here right now. So, hey, you guys just text message me if you're a director on here and I haven't said anything to you. Okay, hang on, let me see. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm sorry about the video tonight, but I think everything was fine. I think it was just my end, so I think Pam was fine. You just couldn't hear me. So that's good. So I want to just focus on right now is, and let me just kind of change this video real quick. The thing to focus on is to finish up the month strong. So I know most of you that are stars already had these earrings. So these are the earrings for this month, and they're very lightweight. They match this necklace perfectly. Like this is the same key. Isn't that beautiful almost? And then of course it looks good with this one. So I just wear all three of them. We have to. So you all want to get your key this month. And I know many of you are on target for 12 keys. And so don't miss out on the September key. All the new products are out. You guys know that. One of the things that I would suggest is that if you like any of the new products, like the satin hands, the pomegranate, it is limited edition. So really you want to order enough to get you through December, because any of you, if you've not been in Mary Kay very long, you may not know, but satin hands is one of the biggest things I personally sell in December for holidays, because it's easy, it's $36, you can make it really pretty with the colors of it, this time with the red. And so I would order as many as you think you could sell between now and Christmas. It's okay to order them early. I mean, I ordered 20, maybe 20 more to have, because honestly, if I don't sell them at Christmas time, I will sell them on Valentine's, because there'll be a beautiful Valentine's gift. You can put beautiful hearts on them. Honestly, you can sell that pomegranate satin hands all year long. And so people just they love our satin hands anyway, but you know, they get tired of the same old scent. So the other one is that Live Fearlessly. I know Jana has some really great results of showing that. And Jana, I know you did a little boxer training, but just for a second, I would like for you to unmute yourself on that satin hand set. When you came into an office, how did that look as far as you letting all these people try those satin hand sets? And what was some of the results you got in showing that this week? Because if everybody just even bought one satin hand set and started with what you did last week, honoring working women, I think it can make a difference. So just share about 5 minutes with that, if you don't mind, because I would like to have that on the recording.
Okay, so what I did was I had the pomegranate satin hands, and I also put in a tracking sheet because I told them that I had a goal, just going forward a little bit. I had a tracking sheet because I was telling everybody I had a goal to share this product and get 100 opinions of this satin hand set. So I also included, I had this all in that bag, so that way that I was just carrying that bag in there. I had these honoring working women, and I also put that on the boxer. So you should have that.
I saw it. Mm-hmm.
Or to a page. And so I had those all cut up, and so I had that all ready. I also threw in that Live Fearlessly fragrance. And so I had that all in that little satin hands bag. So when I took Garrett to the orthodontist, when I went into his school to pick him up to take him to the orthodontist, when I went into my chiropractor, all on the very first day that I thought about this, I thought, okay, number one, I need to get into some offices, because that's where things start happening for me, because I meet new people, people get excited. By the way, you know, they're working an 8-to-5 job, and here they are, I'm just sitting here, I'm stuck at this place. I can't go anywhere because I have to work, and I have to work, you know, I can't just like leave. And so somebody new comes in and they have something fun and exciting. And so, you know, they want to see us. They want to see exciting stuff happen. And so they see a cute bag with a little bow on it come in. And so what I did was like at the orthodontist. Okay, so I've been there before. I know some of the people, one of the gals behind the desk is my client, and apparently two, because I asked this gal, I said, do you have a Mary Kay consultant? And she said, yeah, you. And I'm like, oh. She hasn't bought anything yet, but she will, because we're getting together for a facial. So
your hair, I know it's something. Yeah.
Right. So we walked, as I walked in, I just had my little bag with me, and Amanda, the gal behind the counter, says, I said, hey, we just need to check in. Do you want me to use the kiosk? Or she's like, no, I'll just check you in. I said, awesome. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you go wash your hands with this and give me your opinion? I just need to get 100 opinions on this stuff. And she said, yeah, sure. And then the girl behind her said, oh, is that satin hands? That's the girl that told me that I was her consultant. But anyway, so she said, I'll do it. And so I said, okay, sounds good. So I said, I didn't go into a big, long explanation. They don't have time. They're working. And so I squirted in the hand softener. And then I said, rub that in. All right. Does that feel good? Okay, got it. All right. I squirted the next thing, and I said, all right, rub that in. It's going to exfoliate and clean. Go ahead and rinse and come on back. And so they went, rinsed, came back. I said, here's a hand cream. All right, how do you feel about that? And then I said, all right, will you smell this? How do you feel about that? And then I got out the paper and I said, fill this out and you'll get into a drawing for $50 and free product. I'm giving away that this month or this week. So that was it. And then we started having conversation and then Amanda said, my coworker just hijacked me and I couldn't even try that because I had to take the calls and stuff because her hands were gooey. But anyway, so then Amanda tried it and she said, that's amazing. And then she was on the phone. And so I was kind of having to just, I was like waiting there the whole time. Okay. So I thought my son was playing video games. He actually got called back to change out his bands and stuff. But anyway, he was doing great. And so here I am. I'm kind of waiting and kind of going back and forth. I'm talking to her and then I'm talking to her and then I'm talking to her. And so when Amanda was on a phone call, I told this other gal, I said, you know what? You seem to be, because she started talking to me. She said, I didn't like when you guys switched out your satin lips. She said, I don't like the smell of it. And I'm like, that's weird. But anyway, so I said, you seem like you're a scrubby girl. I mean, you gotta find whatever is gonna market the next, go to the next step. And I said, oh, you like satin lips and you like the satin hands. You must be a scrubby girl. I said, you probably love our time-wise microdermabrasion. Have you ever tried that? And she said, no. And I said, well, we should get together and try that. So, she said, I'd love to. And I said, awesome. What works best for you? I said, well, hold on, wait a minute. What about this? What about we get everybody in the office to do it? We'll just do a pampering. And she's like, oh, that sounds really fun. And so Amanda got off the phone and then we just set up a time. I said, first of all, Amanda, I'll shoot you a text. And then I thought I about slapped myself. And I'm like, no, Jana, book it now. And so I said, okay, what usually works best for you guys? I could come to your, I can come to your office here over lunch hour or after you got off work on Fridays, because I know a lot of dental offices close at noon on Fridays. And so next time I'm going to throw in lunch and I'm going to say, if whoever wants to stay for lunch, I'll bring some Olive Garden and we'll do facials in your office. So, because dental offices a lot of time close at noon on Friday. So anyway, so we booked it for 1:00 on a Friday, on this coming Friday. So I have a party at my studio with the gals from Tyndall Orthodontics. So anyway, so that was exciting. And then I went to the chiropractor's office, and I know the chiropractor, everybody in the office of his family and everything, and his daughter Elena works in the afternoons. And I've been trying to book a facial with her for so long. We've booked facials, we've postponed, we've booked them, we've postponed. And so we've been through this whole cycle, and I've never gotten together with her. And so I went in there and I said, oh my goodness, Elena, would you do me a big favor? Will you wash your hands with this? And so she said, yeah, sure. And so she did it. And I came back out and she said, I love that. I said, it's awesome. It's just $36. She said, I want one. And I said, okay, awesome. Sounds good. I'll bring you one over tomorrow, because I didn't have it with me that day, which I packed them in my car. I'm like, I'm going to have these available, because what's going to happen when you have some curling ribbon in your car and you go out to your car and you come back and you have some ribbon and you have throw some candy in there and you bring it in for one person in an office and you say, oh, I'm so excited that you fell in love with this because I've got it right here for you today. What's that going to say to everybody else in that office? They're going to say, oh, I want a present with candy and ribbon and fun stuff. So anyway, and I'm going to call her and check in with her and see how that's working for her. And then we're going to book her facial too. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it was already where I was going today.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much, Janet. You know what? I just wanted to show y'all how you could buy those satin hands. You could do this. You could sell those. You could book parties from it. You can do the cancer packets for a fundraiser. And you don't have to do that with a whole unit. You can do it with yourself. You can just say, look, I personally want to at least do 25 cancer packets. And then you can call the hospital, find out where you want to deliver them. There's plenty of people that you could bless with that. As a matter of fact, you could even get on Facebook and say, who do you know that's going through chemo? Please message me because I have a gift. And then you could just raise that many, There's lots of things you could do with that. So, because I hope this has given you some ideas today. That's in addition to you doing the normal, which is holding your skincare classes and booking your skincare classes and getting referrals and getting interviews set up, because we've got to start interviewing. I feel like the sales have been awesome. I feel like y'all are like on it. And y'all, though, we've got to recruit. We've got to share the opportunity. We have to. Because if you don't, people don't, they say a unit is like a bathtub full of water, but the plug is out, and it's slowly going out. And if you don't keep adding water, number one, it gets cold and kind of stinky, right? Okay. So we got to get the new people to keep this excitement going. And then, the directors are doing what we can to plug up the hole so people don't go out. But they always do seem to go out some. So we need your help to share the opportunity. And don't be afraid. And just like, I think the biggest thing I got out of tonight of what Pam said that I wrote down was do it afraid. You're afraid, that's okay. Go ahead and do it anyway. Do it afraid. Because once you keep doing it, they say feel the fear and do it anyway. And Mary Kay Ash used to say that. And then once you do it, you fear the thing you fear is actually doing the thing you fear. And so anyway, super proud of you guys. What I'd like to do this week, Jana, would you mind doing the gift this week, the drawing on the face for the people that got on here? Would you mind doing that this week, Jana? Okay, she will. Okay, so what I'd like you to do to get in the drawing, all right, all you have to do is you have to Vox, I think it says my internet's unstable, but you have to do on the Voxer group, you have to say, I will overcome my fear of blank. I will overcome my fear of whatever your fear is in Mary Kay. Okay, that's all I want. And I'm not going to give you suggestions because you know what it is. Something came in your mind when I said it. So this week, you're going to overcome that. And you're going to do some of the things Pam has suggested. And if you don't remember them, once I put the recording out, you can listen to it again. But that's what we're going to do. We've got to overcome our fear. So thank you guys for listening. I apologize for the technical difficulty on my end. The recording. Yes, go ahead. Yep. Lorraine. Okay, good. Hey.
I just jumped on, so I'm sorry. We're just getting back. So
okay.
I just drew a name.
Okay, hang on. Let me get your little face up here. There you are. Okay, good.
Hey, everybody. I had some family emergencies and jumped on here really, really late, but I'm glad I was able to make it.
Hang on.
You good now? Okay. Glad I was able to make it before you ended the call. And I had just put the names in the bag real quick. And Elizabeth Mitchell is our winner for tonight. And what I have to send to her is this awesome little plaque that I saw the other day. And I thought, that inspires me. So I thought it would inspire someone else. And it says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So just a little reminder to keep dreaming and believe, keep your belief up. And then an awesome little bracelet that I just love these I love a little bling. So those will be going in the mail. So Elizabeth, if you would just
okay, yes, she's kind of
your address
on my end, but can everybody else see her?
Okay.
The winner is Elizabeth Mitchell, and Elizabeth is from Jasper, Florida, and so we will make sure we get her that. Lorraine?
Yes. I will take care of that. I can't. You're in and out, so
okay.
I hope they can hear me. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. Okay, it's probably my end.
And I don't know if you've already done a shout out for the stars, but just another shout out for Sharon Nichols in my unit because she really pushed through toward the end and got her final order in, and just so proud of her for stretching and doing what she said she was going to do. So awesome job.
Okay. Awesome. I'm so glad you're on here. We're so glad your stepfather is out of surgery. And anyway, you guys have an amazing week. I will post this. It may not be tonight. It may be tomorrow. But thank y'all for calling in. Again, I apologize for my choppiness tonight. But you are amazing, and you are a star. So don't forget to send the Voxers right now what you're going to overcome this week. Okay? Have an awesome, awesome week, ladies. And Jana, thank you. And Pam, thank you for sharing. All right. Talk to you soon.
Have a great trip.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Hey, I do have my trip. Let me just say, we are going to have the Boss Babe call, but I'm going to get someone else to do it for me. Okay? So you guys just plan to call in, and it's going to be going on. And then y'all don't want to miss that next Sunday because I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye.